thought it was like we all just said it at the same time. We was like,
Hi, my name is Teyana Harrison.
Hi, I'm Belle, and you're watching.
you shot me on the tube. We all got funny stuff happening every day. Because look, let me tell you what happened to me when I was in New York. I get off the bus. It's like 2 o'clock in the morning. This huge guy get behind me. He walking real fast. I'm walking real fast because it's late, you know. Then all of a sudden he stopped walking behind me. But you know you look back to make sure it's safe. I look back and he was like, hey, you, hey. I was like, now this got to be the epitome of fat right here, okay? He's so fat, he want me to come here so he can attack me. You know what I'm saying? Like, sir, we got the formula wrong. I need you to work out so you can rob me the old school way. Like, next you're going to need my help to rape me too, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Like, just take the pants leg off. I ain't got time for this. My word, what is going on with you? Hurry it up! Then after he raped me, then he gonna leave me to kill myself after that. You know what I'm saying? Like, just shoot yourself. I'm tired.
Just shoot yourself. I'm tired. First of all, y'all might have to see me put a little makeup on right here on camera. Hey, y'all. When I tell y'all, I'm so happy right now. Whenever I do this show and I see a person already, well, you know, now it's saying 0, but whenever I see people in here that I haven't marked, because I don't be having time to like mark it. Let me just say a quick prayer. Father God, you know how hard I'm working on this show. You know how fun this is, Lord. Can we get 20 people in the comments tonight, Lord? 20 people. This is going to be a great show. You know it. You already organized it. And whether we get, Lord, I ain't even gonna say that because you know what I'm saying? We be doing the prayers. Oh, look at one already. We be doing the prayers. And then we be like, well, whether or not it happened, Lord. And the Father want us to be sure. You know, in the Bible, it says, basically, when you do not doubt in your heart, whoever says to this mountain, be removed and be cast to the sea, and does not doubt in his heart, he will have whatever he says. So that means it ain't like, well, Father, if I don't get it, at least I got this. Reverend Ike calls that a stingy God. Let me see who is in the comments. Let me see who in the comments already. Okay. Knowledge. First of all, let me just say what's up to my Muslim brother. You know, people feel like, let me tell y'all something about this life, okay? You're gonna have Muslim brothers and Buddhist sisters and everything else. Okay, now hopefully I don't be having no atheist friends, but y'all, I don't even know because I don't know what people, you know, sometimes you feel like your friend is a believer, but then you look at their faith and you be like, oh, they don't even believe in God the way they live it out here. You know what I'm saying? They in church and everything. So that's why we can't even go by that. We got to live to, you know, as Christ want us to live. I'm doing good, brother. How you doing? We got to live as Christ want us to live. And it's because it's nothing we can ever say that bring people to Christ. It's only how we live. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't got to worry about convincing you, honey. I just got to keep myself convinced. And then that way you'll look over here and be like, what is that joy? How does she always have money and never seem to go to a job? What is going on? I want some of that. Okay. When I tell y'all, I am so pumped. First of all, put where y'all at in the comments so I can shout y'all out. And this is what I want to say. I am bringing frizzy hair back. Okay, I'm bringing it back in style because I have been pressed to wear my natural hair. I saw this video online where it says The braiding hair, Lord, it's got all these like carcinogens. And the thing of how you activate the carcinogens is way they lock in the braids to your hair, at the end, which is to put it in hot water. So the steam is now activating that. I'm like, is this true, or do they got a plot to now attack the way we beautify ourselves with braiding hair? But anyway, I was like, it was just a sign to me, like, you've got gorgeous hair, Delisi. Rock your gorgeous hair. So I filmed a show yesterday, and normally I was going to, like, normally when you filming a show, honey, you go straight. We got 5 people already. Did y'all just hear my prayer? We got 5 people watching already. Put it in the comments where y'all from. Sub-Zero the Great. Thank you so much for logging on. 6 people already. I'm going to just be doing that every time, okay? Because, it's nothing you could do. You leave it in the hands of the Lord and he will make it happen. So anyway, I was doing a show yesterday, doing my show, Dale's Juke Joint, and I really been like all over the place. My brain was so stressed out just producing the show, booking the show, figuring out, how I'm going to pay people, but also still have the money for my rent, but still have cash in the savings because I don't want to get rid of everything. So I was just trying to figure that out. So then I was going to do 2 days of filming. Clarence, Jackson, Florida, Orlando. I see y'all in the building. Thank y'all so much. So I was figuring out how I was going to do that. And then I thought to myself, you know what? Let me. I was gonna do like sketches in between the show because I'm do stand up, so I want to do like sketches. But I've been doing this show called Dale's Juke Joint for the longest time. Live music, live comedy, live band. And so the father was just telling me, like, every time I thought about the sketches, I was getting the stress. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna remove the sketches. We don't need to come to sketches every time it's a break in the thing. I'll just remove. And as soon as I removed it, I was like, oh, okay, the sketches was the thing that was out of place. But then, of course, you know how it is, child. Now something else come up on you to get you, stressed out. So I was calling around to like braiding places. I was like, I'm gonna try to get some human hair. I'm gonna see the solution. But then I did get this. I got the solution. But then, so anyway, so when I called to this beauty supply, this black-owned beauty supply called Superstar Hair and Wigs, right here in California, I was just like, is there any way around with the braiding hair? So she was like, oh, you could soak it in vinegar. That's what gets rid of all the like cancer-causing agents. So I was like, oh, okay, I'm gonna just have to put some vinegar in the water. But then the Lord just kept putting on me, daughter, wear yourself, Stacy. Wear your own hair. Wear your everything. This is you. Well, anyway, I was like, all right, I'm setting my own hair. I'm just gonna put it in rods. I'm just gonna let it, because I do love my own hair. And the Lord kept telling me, daughter, when you get on TV, the one thing that's gonna stand out about you is you being yourself. You know what I'm saying? I hear the Lord all the time, like, Judah, it's you that they looking for. It's you that they will see and enjoy. And child, so anyway, I got to set yesterday with this hair. Now it was a little less frizzy, but it was still frizzy. I got to set with this hair. I didn't even get to put, like, for the interviews, I didn't even get to put my lashes on. I just had this like little piece on. Then I brought some heels, but I kept it like, because I'm singing and I'm doing stand up, the heels fell out of place. And I'm like, no, I'm just going to walk around with no shoes on because I need to be myself. We're filming this. When you filming something, I know from past filmings, honey, you can, like, it's one little thing that'll make you so nervous. So anyway, so I was like, okay, like, I'm gonna just take the shoes off. I'm not gonna worry about the hair. I'm not gonna worry about too much makeup changes. I got this girdle along. I hope it works. But other than that, I'm just gonna roll with it. And I'm telling you, this was the most fun I have ever had being filmed, because I was myself. I wasn't even thinking about my hair. I was feeling so confident, because the confident, that's everything. It's everything to myself. It's everything to relationship, which we're going to be talking about today. Because, honey, I got the 2 people with the most opinions. Okay. So anyway, shout out to my entire team, Louis Reyes, Jeff Gall, everybody that participated in this, Dalton Studios, Butcherbird Studios, all of the cast. Lawrence, who's on the show tonight, did some amazing candid shots. Lawrence, I got a chance to look at the shots. Lord, they were so good. Like, I doubt it. I used to have a friend of mine who would never like, all her shows, she wasn't making no money, but she had like the best productions and then she would have the best pictures. And that is what I'm so glad I was friends with this girl at one time because that is what I learned. Invest in the production. Don't be over here being like, all right, y'all, send me all the pictures y'all got because people are not, you need to invest it, even if it's down to the, like, it will come back. It will, when you're trying to pay people and you're trying to invest in people, it will come back. Clarence Jones. Clarence Jones, where have you been at? Anyway, I gotta get the show going, okay? But I gotta say this first. If y'all looking at this on live, do me a favor. If you're looking at this on playback, also wait, not one. If you're looking at this live, do me a favor, okay? Share this live with 2 friends. Like this video, save this video, share the live with 2 friends. Keep commenting on the video. Y'all know what I'm trying to do here, and I'm just building my page up. And I just can't thank you enough for all the subscribers each week. Y'all, the page is actually growing. So thank you so much. Okay. Do me a favor when you're looking at this, make sure you comment everything you say. We're gonna be talking about it. Comments is huge. And also, too, I want to thank you to my audience. And I want to ask you, if you're looking at this on playback, to hit that subscribe button right now. Okay. Hit that subscribe button right now. We do this each and every Tuesday, 7 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Central, 10 p.m. Eastern, and it's always a blast. So, all right, without further ado, let me get my ticker going. Let me get this out and let me introduce my guest, which is my cousin, who is so funny, okay? Been married 23 years, got all the best advice, okay? And she prides herself on being a kept woman, okay? And then I've got singer, songwriter, photographer, actress, spontaneous worldwide, who prides himself with being the lover man. And we've got to get the show started because we got relationships to talk about and we got things to agree and disagree on. Okay, welcome to the show. My cousin Kabrina and
Hello,
Lord,
hello.
how are you
Hello
doing? Let me put
there.
myself at the
Check,
bottom so I
check. You
can.
can hear us?
Yep, I can hear y'all. Can y'all hear me good?
Yes,
Perfect. Sounding good. Looking
First,
good.
thank you so much. How was everybody's day?
good.
Good. After a great night of
Busy.
last night, man. It's a good week. It's a good week. Adele
Yes, it
production is
was.
always exciting. Yeah, good job. You did
Thank
your
you so
thing.
much. Thank you so much. It was so fun.
Yeah, it was
And
fun.
and you know what? When I was looking at those pictures, because I have invested in like a photographer before,
Yeah.
um, but I knew I needed a photographer. So I had asked Mimi, and I was like looking around for people, and I didn't remember that you did photos right away.
I do
So
so
I was
many
just looking
things. I get it. Yeah.
do so
It
many
gets kind
things.
of confusing.
But then
Yeah.
also too, if you haven't contacted, we see each other at parties. So if you haven't
Mhm.
contacted each other in a while, your name be way down here. You be like, I think Cecily do Gerald do
Yeah.
so and so do, and then you gotta. So anyway, so I was like, all right, Lord, I let it go. Lord, get me a photographer.
Wow.
So thank
Wow.
you so much, Stacy, for sharing the live. Thank you. So you said, Dale, why don't you simulcast on TikTok as well? Double the viewership and the subscribers for you. Sub Zero the Great. I'ma see how to connect to TikTok. Okay, because I was trying to connect to Instagram, but see, you see this wide frame. I don't know how it would look on TikTok. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because TikTok is this long frame. So I don't know if we're gonna be like tiny, you know what I'm saying? You had to put your like binoculars on just to see the live on TikTok. So but anyway, I just let it go and I was like, Lord, give me a photographer. So then I hit Mimi up. And so then Mimi was like, is it at night? Is it this? You know what? And then
Yeah.
Mimi thought of you and the photographers, but now the shoot started at 2 p.m. The photographer just got confirmed at 3 a.m. We up at 3
In
a.m.
no, in
texting
the morning. In
in
the
the
morning.
morning.
My company called
And
Content on the Go, and we be up, like we be ready for the opportunities.
that's the
Can't
only
sleep in
way you
LA.
get the opportunities. Like, sometimes when you need somebody and you need them at the last minute, you're
Yeah,
you're reaching out to several people and whoever you connect with, you're moving on.
yeah,
So
absolutely.
no, so that was just like lit right there because I had not gone to sleep yet, but I was just like, Lord, I just gotta go to sleep. I just gotta leave. And right before I went to bed, here come the photographer. And that was like the missing piece because when I looked at that photo, I just glanced at it. I didn't look at them all the way, but like just
Yeah.
seeing you getting like shots of us talking, but like also shots of the people filming, clear
Yeah.
shots of what's on the camera, you
Yeah.
know, it- I'm telling you, that was the most well spent investment for the shoot.
Oh, thank you so much, Dale. That means a
Yes.
lot.
Yes,
That
it
means a lot.
was.
That means a
So,
lot.
and I can't thank you
I
enough
appreciate it.
for coming in with the ultimate professionalism. And then also too,
Yeah.
I was like, as soon as I tapped this brother to perform, this brother wasn't like, no, sometimes you tap a person that do like multiple
Right.
things and they be like, not this time.
Nah.
That's not right.
Opportunities.
Honey, as soon as
Opportunities,
I
man.
didn't even get a chance to tap him on it, he was like, all right, let's go. I'm ready. You know what
Let's
I'm saying?
go.
Let's
I
go.
came up
And
there with
got
the
up
camera.
there.
Yeah.
Yes. And went and kicked the freestyle. It was so lit.
I
And I
appreciate it.
cannot wait to do it again. I was feeling like, oh Lord, I'm always the one have to produce something, pay something out. But that's the only way you get ahead. If you know what I'm saying, when you invest it in yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I just
And
gotta get me a husband to go with all this investment, which is why my cousin is on the line.
well,
Okay.
before
Because
you move on, shout out to Mimi, because when those opportunities do come and you get that bat signal from certain
yes,
people,
yes,
you know it's real. So Mimi
yes,
is really a great person to connect with, and just
yes,
she's a plug, two plugs. So shout out to
yes.
Mimi if you're watching it. We love you and
Shout
keep doing your
out
thing.
to Mimi Kuso, my good friend. She and
So
her husband Rocky Kuso are so like,
dream
and
team.
also too, you know what? Mimi teaches me so much on how to be a wife when I do get a husband
Yeah,
because I met her
absolutely.
husband first. Now I
Mm,
have come up in relationships with honey. If my man bring home a friend, I am having a stroke. Like we just building something. How you gonna build? But now that I'm like producing things, like I'm in entertainment, I meet literally married men in this industry all the time, and it is a literal working relationship. And it's just like,
yeah,
okay, Dell's cool. And I will meet the wife, and she will be so cool. And I just
yeah,
feel like it's the only way to even have a husband if your man could just roam free and keep choosing you every time. Now, my
yeah.
cousin has been married for 23 years. She prides
Woo!
herself on being a kept woman.
And
What
do.
is the secret to getting a good keeping around here, huh? Because some of these married women, they married, but they can't say kept. Okay. What is the secret to getting a good keeping going?
Jesus.
Mhm.
That's the only person keeping anything around here is Jesus, let me tell you.
Yes.
Because naturally, ain't no keeping going to be going on. Jesus, you got to have
Mm.
him at the center of your
Yes.
relationship. Not
Yes.
just at a part, but at the center. So that's
Yes.
how that come about. And I don't know, just love.
The thing is, and so I'm so glad we got on it because see, Lawrence, like when he said he was available for the podcast, and I knew you was already booked, cousin, from last week. We talked about it. My brain was like, oh, this is gonna be good right here because honey, Lawrence got things to say. Okay. And
I'm entitled as a professional bachelor. That's the correct term. For
as a
those who
what?
don't know, a
You said
professional bachelor. A professional bachelor. That's what I'm titled as.
okay, so we see you out here. He Stacy said, I just shared the live with my two best cousins. Thank you so much, Stacy. Clarence said that's right. He said that's the solid foundation, cousin. When you said 20, keeping Jesus in the center. Okay, now the professional bachelor and the Jesus in the center, 23 years, kept woman. When I was on the phone with my cousin earlier today, I was just like, cousin, I'm gonna need you to pray for me because I do want to get my own. Why is this like this? I do want to get my own, husband. I hope I don't delete. Oh no.
My own
Okay.
husband.
But I was like, I just want to get because the thing is, I am, when you think of yourself as like having like, so successful in this one area, you know what I mean? You want someone to come home to. And I feel like I definitely meet people, but sometimes it's not aligned. And then you said to yourself, you was like, my sister too, you know, because I told her she can't pick no more.
She can't
Okay.
pick no more.
So
Okay.
that,
I'm picking.
okay, that prompted me. Okay. Now, at the same time, my homegirl sent me this video. So we got to look it out and we got to have, our first topic. But before I put the first, let me put this.
When it's 5 to 10% that's getting 80% of the women out here.
It's 5 to 10% of men who are sleeping with them, but they are running through the 80% of women, and now they are disqualifying them from being good wives. So it first needs to
That's their
start.
choice. We have women in mass, the majority of women that are giving themselves to these low quality Tyrones, Pookies, and Ray Rays that don't care when there's good men that are right around you, but you don't want him because he's corny. You're as an individual, you have individual accountability. Say, I don't care what culture is doing. I make a choice with my box. Culture is not going to give me STD. Culture is not going to take care of when I'm an unwed mother. Culture is not going to take care of those things. I am responsible for my body, who I give my body to, who I have soul ties to. If you choose to spread your legs open in these streets, society did not make you do that. You made the choice to lay down with all of those men and putting it on that men need to take account.
Woo! That lady said a mouthful. And that's why I gotta get on to the first topic, okay? And the thing is, I'm gonna get it real personal because we about to break down my list, okay? So when it comes to Black women, here's our first question, okay? Single women and F boys, is it the picker or the picky? Okay, you heard it. Is it the picker or the picky? Lawrence, I already see you shaking your head. What,
Okay.
go ahead. I'm gonna let you do it because it's so much to say on this. And
The question is kind of confusing. What is the black and white question? It's kind
the
of
black and white question is when
okay.
it comes to the single woman, you heard what this lady said
Okay.
about all these, the you know, all these few men are able to deal with 80% of the women,
Oh yeah.
because 80% of the women are picking these low level men because they say the corny, these guys are corny. But I'm like, where are the corny guys approaching? You know what I'm saying? Are the corny guys approaching? Because I would love to be approached by a corny, nerd guy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But
Okay.
still, where's my corny guy with some swag though? Okay, how is it corny swag? How about a guy with some corny swag,
I
corny
think
swag?
in this unfortunately in this day and age, to access sex from a woman is fairly easy if you have some throwaway money. Let's just keep that real. Okay, so sexual
Mm.
satisfaction is not as high in demand as it used to be, say, in the 80s or the 90s, right? So when it comes down to men having the confidence to approach a woman like Dale in a grocery store who's attractive, they don't necessarily have those natural confident skills to actually approach a woman. It's terrifying. But as a man, we've grown, we've lived through rejection our whole life. When a woman tells me no,
Mm.
it doesn't shatter my life. It doesn't ruin my day. It's just like, all right, well, maybe she's going through something. Like I have a different perspective. But going back to my point, nowadays men don't have to rely on their swag and their confidence to get a woman. So they may see you and it's just like, oh man, she looked like she well put together. I ain't good enough for her. So they don't have the guts to approach you. Maybe if they hire, if they on liquor, they have liquid courage. But at this point, it's men aren't approaching women just because of the confidence outside of all the social media hype and mystique that they have, that they think women are acting like, or you know what I mean. So
Cousin, what you got to say to this, cousin?
Well, personal, I think we're in a superficial society. That's the
Ooh.
problem with it has come to. It's come to everything is what you look like. Values is no longer a concern when it comes to relationship. Me personally, I'm an old school girl. When I met my husband, I was 19 years old. He was 19 years old. We got married at 21.
wow.
You know what
Mm-hmm.
happened? We had a common goal. See, I wasn't from the street, neither was he.
Okay.
So
Mm.
the man that I
Mm.
was looking for, and believe it or not, I was raised by somebody from the streets. So
Mm-hmm.
what I did, a lot of time, I think we are trauma bonding with a lot of these people. You're
Oh
gonna
my
either
God.
do two things. When you grow up in a bad situation, either you're gonna do two things. You're gonna either improve or you're gonna continue to cycle. You have to choose.
Mm.
I will say this, believe it or not, I was attracted to men exactly like the man that was modeled for me growing up. The
Mm.
man modeled
Wow.
for me growing up wasn't a good man. The man that he is now is a great man.
Yeah.
But I was attracted to exactly that.
Wow.
But I had to pivot. And the thing that bothers me with a lot of women when they're talking about corny, what makes a man corny? The thing that kills me about women today,
Yeah.
they enjoy getting punched in their face. They enjoy getting abused. Women are so used to being treated badly. They accept the bare minimum from a man. Ask me how many bodies I got. One.
Yes.
Lord Jesus.
That is, let me tell you something. That is so rare. Okay. Unless, of course, you with somebody else that's like 23, been married for 23 years. And and I feel like, cousin, honestly, I feel like had you waited on the man the Lord was supposed to sing you, everybody would have 23 years, but you be hiding the past and you be going and you be like, what? Who? Because I know at 19, somebody to me that was corny was a person that didn't smoke weed. I'm out smoking weed. You know what I'm
Yep. There
saying?
you go. There you
A
go.
person that don't drink. I mean, the thing about it, you don't need to drink, but like I remember when I was married, right? Okay, my ex-husband, he was trying to stop drinking, and he did stop drinking, and but now we had to live in a household where nobody's doing nothing, and it felt like a prison cell. I'm like, I need to be, and even right now, I don't want a person with a problem like that's suffering a problem
Right.
with addiction, because I'm just like, I do want to have a glass of wine here and there. Like, come on now. I gotta
Right.
be living in jail because you can't, not that you can't control yourself, but like, that is, to me, that's not compatible. But then could have been still married had I been willing to do that. But then I would have been miserable on the journey. You understand what I'm saying? So
Mm.
it's like, you. So that's why I wanted to break it down. Now, of course, I see the comments is,
Mhm.
I see the comments is going off. Clarence said, "What do I think about going on the Kendra G show?" No, I don't want to go on the Kendra G show. First of all, have y'all heard of the Kendra G show?
Yep.
Okay, so the Kendra G show, cousin, is this like real popular, woman that has like way blown up channel, but she has like a dating app, and she has, and so she brings people on that want to meet somebody. But I feel like I wouldn't go on there because it feels, to me, you're bringing on people. You're like the female, uh, Kevin. What's this guy used to be like
Samuels.
the
Kevin Samuels.
Kevin Samuels? You remember him? It's Kevin Samuels.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So to me, it's like, you're bringing on people that's like, I got 6 kids, and they look a mess, and they want a basketball player, billionaire. So I wouldn't even be doing that. But somebody did just hook me up with someone that is like, technically like corny, by our standards. They got the white voice, they got
Mm.
they talk, they
Proper.
got the white baby mama. So that's already like, oh my God, but
Wow.
um but I am open to it because I do want someone that's wholesome, that is about a job, just make it, what I'm saying, making their self better, and they not out here in the streets. They want somebody that's a
I
good
lost the
person.
sound.
Huh? You said you
Yeah.
lost the sound? You lost the sound?
Um.
Go ahead,
She might have.
Lawrence, for my cousin.
I was gonna say. I think a lot of good women meet a lot of bad guys at the wrong time. You know what I mean? It's no matter how wholesome and
Lost the
good of a
sound.
woman that you are, it's about where the man is in his life at that moment. You know what I mean? And unfortunately, fortunately, some men get there early in their life. They get it there in their 20. They have a straight vision of their family, how they want to be. But some men, it takes a while, maybe 30s, 40s, sometimes in their 50s. And so when a
Mm,
good woman meets a man at that right time, that's when she hits the jackpot in Vegas because she doesn't have to
mm,
do so much work. A man has to come into his manhood and his maturity at his own pace. A woman can't force that pendulum to swing. So
Mm-hmm.
so the women that got lucky, they ran into a good man at a good time. So unfortunately, a lot of women who have jumped bodies to bodies, they've been meeting good guys just at a bad time. Just at a
Mm-hmm.
bad time.
Mm-hmm.
And not saying it's not their fault, but it's kind of like, that guy is just not in the right place. You know what I mean?
Okay,
So
let me
yeah.
let me recap for my cousin because my cousin had to just some technical issue.
Okay.
Now he was saying that unfortunately for a lot of women that we like a man has to be ready. We have to meet them at the right time.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know, and you know I, I don't know, and that's what the question is. The question is it the picker or the picky? Because I do feel like take for instance my own life. I've met this same spirit. I feel like this same spirit keeps approaching me. It's the guy that he's a nice guy. He's ambitious. He owns his own business. That's what I like. But somehow he I'll either find out, like, basically there are some inconsistencies. Now I do feel like I've cut it off sooner. I do feel like I'm, what my pastor calls like spiraling up, which means like this same situation approach you and you handle it better. So I cut it off sooner. Like, I've recognized that inconsistency before, but it's just, you just you do want to meet someone that you're attracted to, with
yeah.
you feel like the same common goals. But let's break down my list, okay, cousin, because cousin, I need help. Okay, let's
Okay.
break down my list. This is the list, okay. Now, and I'm gonna have to put it up right there, but first of all, before I break down my list, let me just say this too, okay? If you just tuned in, hit that subscribe button right now. We do this each and every Tuesday, 7 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Central, 10 p.m. Eastern. And every week is a blast, okay? And in the comments, let's break down my list right now. Okay, so here's what I've got on my vision board. My vision board is I want a man that loves the Lord. Okay. First and
Okay.
foremost. Okay. I want a generous man. Okay. A man that has his own money and he can afford to take us out. I'm gonna just say that, okay? He can afford, not a person that you need to take me out to $500 restaurants every week. I'm just with going to Griffith Park for on Telescope night and it's free. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, show me off. Show me off, brother.
Sh-
Show me off.
Show me off, okay? But
Yeah.
I do feel like it needs to be like, I don't mind paying, but I feel like that emasculates a man. You know what I'm saying? When or whatever the word is. But
Yeah.
anyway, definitely want him to be well endowed, with equipment that works well. Okay. I mean, come on now, we asking the Lord.
That's
People,
important.
no, I'm telling you.
You want what you
No,
want.
No, no,
Yeah.
that's
seriously.
really
No,
important.
so no, I'm telling you, like, because I feel like they sell us scarcity, cousin. You see what I'm saying? I feel like they sell us. They be like, oh, well, if you get this kind of man, well, he gonna be taking care of you. He gonna do this. Well, you got to sacrifice over in this area. And I'm like, that's we the only ones being sold scarcity, and everybody else is coming to get all the character. But it's important. Somebody needs to like be able to break your back in the bedroom. Come on now. And when
Yeah.
when the money is gone, what else do we got? We got broken backs.
I always tell that to my husband. I
We
said, we
broke.
don't
We got
have no
broke.
money. We got that. That's free.
No, that's true. That's important.
I
Sexual
stands with a
chemistry is very
TK on
important.
Okay,
money. Let me tell
let me
you.
tell you something. Let me tell you something, cousin. That's why you got the 23 years. You see what I'm saying?
And then,
Because because
that's the
because
reason I
you
got married, just to do that.
yeah, no, and that's the reason I like, and that's the reason I'm eager to get me, because I'm celibate, until I meet someone that I hopefully can marry. But I have done, I have thought that this was the person. So now I'm back, what I'm saying? Not celibate because I'm thinking this is the person,
Mm.
but the thing is, but then it's that spirit again, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm mistaken for the person. But it are those things to me, those things aren't unreasonable. You know what I'm saying?
They actually are. You got to think about where you are in your life. Obviously,
Okay.
you're not 21. Obviously,
Okay.
you're a wise woman.
Okay.
Obviously, you're not a perfect woman. So,
Okay.
any guy that's forming a companionship with you is
Okay.
compromising as well. So it's like that's where it goes. Like I think it's
Wait,
the
what is he
80-20 rule.
compromising when he's formed something with me? What is he compromising?
Well, I'm just saying. Let's just say if he's like, I want a youthful model body looking type of black chick, and you're just like, look,
Mm,
look. First of all, I'm a grown woman. I got grown body. I got grown tendencies. You ain't getting none of that. So a man, we want youth. That's just in our nature. We want to, we want to
mm,
start a family with the most youthful woman as possible. It's just natural. So
mm.
you alone, a man has to compromise, and I'm not saying that in a negative way. I'm just saying he's with a grown woman. You're done with the games. You're wise. You're not like caught in the bliss. So and just everything else. You got a grown body, voluptuous body. You're not trying to be 120 pounds. Ain't gonna happen because you
Yes.
voluptuous. So everybody is compromising when you get to a certain point in your life. You know what I mean? You can't be as peaky as you was when you was 21 and he was 23 and blase blase. So as you age, it you gotta kind of lower that scale to where it's like I just want, like you said, a God fearing man, a generous man. You got to go for very broad cat. Like the Peter situation, that's the asterisk. You might get lucky. You might get lucky, but you might have to
See, that's the
compromise.
thing is, that's the thing. See, and that's what I feel like we being told. We being told in the black race. I mean, I don't know what white women are being told, but because I'm not talking to them specifically about this. But to me, no, I don't want to compromise on why people are saying you can't have it all. But now if I told you my dream was to be a late night host on TV, you would be like, the Lord can bring you anything you want. So, but then when it comes to a man, they be like, no, the Lord ain't got that much strength now. Come on now, you asked for a lot. When I'm just
Yeah,
like, but he made a man to me to desire me specifically, my body type. Like that's how he did with the
that's
tribes.
true.
Some people
That's
he
true.
made, and he is just like, oh, this man right here, oh, he gonna need this kind of body right here. So this is,
Absolutely.
so
Let
I
me let
feel
me
like,
Absolutely.
break in. Let me break in right quick, cause it's getting on my nerve. Cause I'm gonna tell you, it's always the tubby the tuber looking brothers that always talking about they compromising.
yeah,
Okay, they always the old crusted decrepit brothers that gonna tell that they want you. Women want you too. What makes you think we want Mr. Limp over here? Why do you think the young girls want that?
woo,
See the but and also if you notice the difference. You described what you would like in the husband. No offense to you, sir, but you talked about superficial things. When y'all on two different levels, that's not the type of man that you go for. If that's the type of man you are attracting, you have to pivot. You have to get
okay,
somebody with the common goal, the same common goal as you. I was 19, my husband was 19. We both know we want to be married. We were young. Everybody
mm,
said that wasn't impossible. Guess what my attributes were? My first thing was he had to love the Lord. When I met my husband, now hold it. First, no, let me rephrase that. We didn't grow up wealthy. So at first I said I wanted a man with money, right?
mm,
Okay. I worked at a bank. I said I wanted a man with money. God really showed me. Because at that point in time, I was 19 years old and I told my mama, I said, I want to be married. My mom said, well, you get on your face and you pray, you ask the Lord. You say, I'm ready to be married. And I say, Lord, God, show me my husband. He showed me. He came into the bank. So when he walked in the bank, there was something about him. I just knew this man was my husband. We were doing the exact same thing at the exact same time. He was stalling to make it into my line. I was stalling to make sure he get into my line. It was a God
mm,
appointment. When I met him, I found out that he loved the Lord because he spent the whole time in that bank telling me
mm,
about his relationship with Jesus. And guess
mm.
what? Me desiring a man for money, God showed me him. That man had $10 in his bank account, but guess what he had in his hand? An income tax check. I said that was good enough for me. My daddy
Yes.
had always told us everybody. See, a lot of the women today, they are so superficial. They're talking about they want money, they want things, they want cars, everything. You ever know talk about they want a basketball player? You know what comes with a basketball player? A lot of other stuff. So what you want, that money is gonna do that. I wasn't looking for an ordinary man. I always said I had an extraordinary. My husband is extraordinary. Okay.
Yes. So
Even
that's
when he's
that.
at work, they cannot believe that my husband has never cheated on me. The
Wow.
same thing that we have never done it in their years. Why? Because we have the same common goal. I serve him and he serves me.
Why? Now you know what? That's so crazy. Because you know what? Because when I'm saying a man with money, I need you to have just your own money. Like, let's
Right.
go out on your budget. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? I feel like your budget is good enough for us, because if I pull out my money, it does something to a man's like psyche, men that like it puts me to me in the mama category. But wait, let me
Right.
just say that, you know what I'm saying, when I'm like treating you now it's like you my son. Now I'm like, I'm subliminally turned off, you subliminally turned off, because now I'm taking you out. But you mentioned a basketball player, and I got to move on to topic 3. Guys, first of all, okay,
Hmm.
if y'all watching this, do me. Oh, first of all, let's get to the comments before I even say that, okay? Because, honey, y'all's going off. Stacy says statistics show couples who marry young stay married in greater numbers than those who marry later in life. You say all of those are
That makes
reasonable.
sense. That
Uh huh.
makes sense.
I mean, I do feel like you get to grow together, but I do know people that,
Yeah, we grew up together.
Yeah,
yes,
ignorance is bliss. Totally. Like you guys are discovering love and passion and sex and companionship all together. That makes sense. That makes sense. And shout out to her because though that's like getting struck by lightning 3 times in the same spot. Her case scenario is kind of picture perfect, and it's very rare, but it's actually a wonderful story, and I wish you guys the best. That's what everybody hopes to have. If I got married at 19, I know how naive and young I was. But if I'm under that umbrella of love, it doesn't matter because I'm growing with somebody together.
yeah.
But that's very young, but that's very lucky. You are a very lucky woman.
How
Look,
about this though? I wasn't in love when I got married.
Cause
what?
love, what love got to do with it?
Nah.
What?
How about that? How you like them apples?
What?
This is a
That's the
God
truth.
relationship. Feelings. Sometimes your feelings will lead you the wrong way.
They always lead me the wrong way. See, we got to have a whole nother episode. I got to bring y'all back on like how to get rid of those feelings, because that's what's really happening with the guy my homegirl hooked me up with. Like, this guy is like, like real, like, that again, like it's like that white voice kind of black man. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But it's, the fact that he's seeking a good woman keeps me like, okay, you're a prospect because you're seeking a good woman. You know what I'm saying? Um, for first of all, Clarence said that backbreaker might come with a bad ego. I don't know. I don't know.
It don't.
I feel like
It don't.
we are constantly sold. We can't have the backbreaker and the good man at the same time, and I feel like it's a
It
lie.
is a lie.
I
It's a,
think
it's
I
a big
think
lie.
Dale I think Dale just need her back broken every season and she'll be fine. In the meantime, that's
No,
what it
I
sounds
need
like.
it to be in-home backbreaking, guys. I need this to be covenant backbreaking, guys. I need it to be
Yes.
under the covenant backbreaking.
Those are the best.
That's
Sydney
true.
said, Sydney said, the words better have more means more than it seems on the surface. Sometimes each party have to pull some slack where the other partners lack. Sometimes expectations are too high and unreal. God
Yeah,
gives us grace where we lack. So why do we expect a perfect
Yep.
partner? The give and take has to be there, and grace is needed. You are so correct, because you know what? I do feel like, because sometimes, Sydney, I will regret the decisions I made to like get a divorce, because you promise the Lord you're gonna see about somebody, and then you don't give them grace when they make it a mistake. But then
yeah,
also too, I feel like, so I feel torn between the grace and the jailhouse, because now it's like, because I'm giving you grace, I'm about to have to endure this period of my life where I can't do nothing, because it might live. But then I don't know what it would have led to. You know what I'm saying? I just was thinking fast, but I do feel like, I wish I had given a person more grace,
yeah.
because because then I would have been well into the 20 years, that I want with someone. But I do, see the people who meet later in life, and they still have 20 years. I've heard of it. Even my homegirl grandma met her step grandpa they met at 50 and was married for 50 years. They both lived to like
Yeah.
100, 102. So, Stacy says, wow, so all right. So now that we talk about a basketball player, okay, because these basketball players, I see why a woman want them. They be out here looking good, okay? And I got to just put it out there because, of course, y'all know Teyana Taylor, honey, she gets a settlement. Her and Iman Shumpert were together, and they got their finalized divorce settlement. He gives up 4 luxury cars, four luxury homes, several cars, and more. So this what I need to ask y'all, okay? Not just 4 luxury homes. She has a 7-figure one-time payment. She gets 80K a month. To me, I'm like, Iman, what is you hiding that this girl is getting all this? What did you do? You know what I'm saying? Because this is crazy. Hold on, let me see if I can find all the details right here. No, that's the next topic. Let me see if I can find this right here real fast. Lord, I got pictures. Let me see.
Usually when the payout is that high is because you got the money. So what he has now is freedom. And he's like, I don't care what it costs to get out the house of her. I'll pay that
Well,
monthly.
she
I'll
the
pay
one
that
that
alimony.
filed for divorce. Okay, so it
Of
says
course. Of
Teyana and
course.
Iman's
Most
divorce
women
is
do.
finalized. Teyana's receiving 4 houses worth over 10 million, a 7-figure payout, and luxury vehicles,
Look, that's
including a
nothing.
300,000 Maybach, $70,000 Mercedes Sprinter, and a tour bus. She also retains full ownership of her companies. Iman must pay her $8,000 a month in child support and cover their children's private tuition. Is this fair, y'all? This what I'm saying. Is this fair? Like, because this is, and I need to ask, like, what did he do that like all this is being paid out, and why did you let him go, Lord?
We don't really know what's going on in their house. It could have been infidelity. It could have been her attitude. It could have been his attitude. At the end of the day, if he got the bread, he got the bread. Now he has the freedom to do what he wants to do. And sometimes I think it's something in the Bible that said a man would rather live on the edge of the roof than inside of the home of a quarrelsome wife or something like that. So
A
he's like,
contentious woman.
yeah, he's like, I'll pay whatever I gotta pay to be out of the house with her because A, B, C, D, and E. So
Cousin, you were saying something. You heard something. What did you hear, cousin?
Well, it was saying at one time there was infidelity, and it also was
of
saying
course,
something about he was
of course.
threatened by her success because she a hot ticket at this point in time. But for me personally, I would never, ever, 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 ever in my life be in a celebrity relationship. I would have got
Really?
somebody. Yes, indeed, I would have got a regular person because sometimes you need that balance. It's too many egos. Everybody want to,
Okay, I'm
because at
looking it
one
up.
time they forget to support one another,
Oh my
and it's
Lord.
egos back and forth,
Okay, I'm
and it
looking
goes
it
to
up.
demeasuring contests at that point.
It says this is AI, so guys, okay, take this with a grain of salt. But it did say Tiana Taylor and Shumpert's separation after 7 years of marriage was reportedly due to Shumpert's alleged jealousy of Taylor's career and emotional abuse, with Taylor claiming he treated her cruelly
Yep,
and displayed
sounds about right.
narcissistic behavior. It says here's a more detailed breakdown: jealousy and insecurity, emotional and
Yeah.
mental abuse. She claimed that career concerns, divorce timeline, filed for divorce in 2022, ultimately filing again in January 2023, or filed for it in 2022. You know,
It
man, I'm
makes
I'm
sense.
wondering, did they try, because the thing is, you know, a celebrity has to have somebody. It's gonna be super hard for her to go down here to the car wash and get somebody. He gonna be even more jealous, and he's not gonna be ready for the kind of public lifestyle that she's living. So maybe she needs a lawyer, or somebody who is also high powered in their field. But I do feel like you're around it, so this is going to be your dating pool. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah, the sad part about it is the children in the situation, because I used to watch the show that they had, and it
Okay.
was very much so an imbalance in the home
Really? Like
because, yeah,
how?
because of their careers, he would leave and go out of town. It was to the fact that even when the little girl spoke to her dad, it was disrespectful. I wouldn't let my
Mm,
children speak to my husband like that. I don't care.
really? She spoke
Yeah,
to him disrespectfully?
it was
Okay.
very, it's just, it's so like a lot of the things like kids and stuff that grow up today is very much so different than the old school parent way. And a lot of times they think it's funny. A lot of times when the little kids start speaking and they say disrespectful things or cursing, they think it's funny. And then they get older and they get accustomed to speaking to their
But I
parents in
feel
such
like
tones.
I feel like, I'm surprised to hear black kid, because normally black kids get knocked across the room over speaking
They
disrespectful to their
laugh.
dad.
They
Sydney,
used
you
to.
asked me what state are they in? They're in New York. They were in New York because he's played for the Knicks. Well, I mean, he do got that Knicks money, so I guess that's what you got. I mean, at
Hey,
least you still got some money,
luckily it
Yvonne.
wasn't in California. Luckily that divorce wasn't in California. It would have been
Why?
much
What happened in
worse.
California?
Hmm.
Oh
No,
yeah.
the
Yeah.
yeah, it's all
Damn.
bad for guys. It's all bad for
Wow.
men out here.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything.
Iman, God, Iman. I
Yeah.
need you to I'm just wondering, could they have gone to marriage counseling? You know what I'm saying? Because you do have a husband in 7 years, and he got like, he's such a good looking man, but I mean, you can't, it's that abuse you were talking about at the beginning of the show, cousin, where it's just like, a person suffering, not even knowing how to get treated good because you've been in bad relationships so long. So he probably just famous and treated you bad, but you probably had all these relationships before then that was just like
I
that. You know what I'm
agree.
saying?
I agree.
Yep.
I
Yeah.
agree.
You
I
you
think I think they
traumatized.
both they both was at fault. She probably has some narcissistic ways. He probably has some infidelity ways. And they're both celebrities. Love in general is hard just for regular people. Broke
Mm-hmm.
people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Mm-hmm.
just imagine all the
I
hype and
think it's
social
even
media.
harder.
It's totally harder. But I'm gonna go back to what Sydney said. She said, I wouldn't want anybody that's famous and da da da. When that man walked into that bank, you didn't know what he did, who he was, if he was famous or not. That connection was still there. So I'm gonna just say I disagree with you saying you don't, well, you don't prefer a famous man, but if he would have been famous, I don't think it would have changed anything. You would have been like, oh, the connection is there, but what, you're famous? Oh no. No, all that God talk. No, 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 you too famous. I think you would have still drove down the path, right?
And I'm like,
Yeah, if I would have heard God audible say, "Girl, this is him. He gonna do right by you, girl." Cause
You know,
guess
what I'm saying?
what? I
Yeah.
love the Lord, but my man raised no fool either. Okay,
mm,
I'm not one of
mm.
them women you want to play with. I'm just saying. I'm
See, I
not one
feel
of
like
them.
no, but I
Okay.
do feel like it's a lot of like famous men that love the Lord, and they haven't been having no scandals or whatever. They literally was sent someone also in the public eye, so that they
Yes.
can, because also too, like myself, I do meet a lot of guys, and it's just, I do feel like if you're going on over here to Walgreens at, from 10 to 7, then you got to get off and work at Metro from 7:30 to 6. Then you got to, you got to Uber on the way to the house, to pick up a little extra. I just feel like, there's something about that lifestyle that's not going to understand how you could live over here in faith, you know what I'm saying? And the Lord take care of you. Like, because this is a faith, like it's really not Hollywood, it's Hollywood. And I feel like, when you working down at the car wash, you don't understand that, so
But if he's giving you everything else you want in a companion, it doesn't really matter.
I feel like if he is giving me everything else and he has the humility, because that's really what you have to have a whether you're a wife or a husband, to have someone who is in the public eye. You got to have that humility so you could withstand that. And me too. I have to have the humility too. You know what I'm saying? Which creates, respect in myself, respect for a partner. But I run into people who are secretly envious of that, so it looks like humility on the outside, but then it's like, your career makes them, feel a little bit okay, I want to start this. I always wanted to start it. Like, at this age, we can't always wanted to have start something unless we already
Yeah.
started these things.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. I
You
agree.
you
I agree.
can't run into me and then all of a sudden you want to do a podcast. You should have been
Right.
doing the podcast. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? The podcast should have been started 15 years ago. But if you're already, a television actor and you're famous and now you're starting a podcast, that's something. You know what I'm saying? You've
Yeah.
already started something that where you're famous. Okay, but now, so we talked about that, her receiving it, it's did we say it was fair for her to get all of that or not? In the comments, because that was the question was, is it fair her getting, a 7-figure payment, 8K a month, $300,000 Maybach, for a tour bus, all of their homes? Is that fair? Did we decide if that was fair or not? You thought
Yeah.
it was fair?
We
Yeah.
don't know the laws and how they break it down, but I'm assuming the law said that it was fair, so we're gonna have to say, I guess it
Yeah.
was fair. With the
Okay.
standards, I guess what he makes a year and what they own. I mean, but if he has his freedom, a man knows freedom and peace, we'll pay whatever we gotta pay for that. So
And
Mm.
if
the
he's out
same
of there
thing
and
for
he's at
women.
peace, then it's a win for him. Like, don't get caught up in the money he gotta pay.
Okay.
Like,
You
come
know
I
on.
have
what?
always
Sydney
told my
makes
husband, if something happened between us, I don't want nothing. I will walk away by myself. I'm leaving him with the children too.
Hey,
you
hey,
you get a $300,000 Maybach, you get 10
I'm
tour
gonna give
buses,
him
you get
every
all the
single
homes,
thing.
and
Just
you get
take the
full
kids with
custody of
you.
these kids
mm-mm.
without my involvement in anything. That's what
Just
we're
take
gonna
the
do.
kids with you.
Free.
She said she want to start over like she
Exactly.
19.
She's like,
Wow.
guys, I'm going over here to work back
Hey.
at the bank, okay? And I'm gonna pray for my husband again to come back to the bank. And this time, hopefully, he has a bigger tax check. You know what? Uh
Hey, if she
listen,
got on the market right now, it would be something for her. It would be a shock to her. If she got on the market right now, holy, oh my
it's
God.
I don't
See, let me
know
tell you,
because
mama didn't raise no fool, because guess what? They ain't got nothing but poo in the water. Okay? No.
I don't want,
No.
guys, first of all, no, it's something out here that is purifying the water and it's got my man in it. Okay. Um, hold on. You know what? Sydney does make up a good point because Sydney Wallace is in the building. He said Teyana Taylor is a sex symbol that's hard to deal with. Now, you know what? I did think about that too, because sometimes, I was looking at like some of Teyana videos and it just looked like you are actually having sex right now. And I'm just like, as a married woman, like that sits right with your husband because her videos would the gyration would be real. You see what I'm saying? So, and
Mhm.
I feel like that play, that definitely has to play on a man's psyche because you are literally looking like you're having sex in the videos. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yeah, that's a
Sydney
lot.
said
Yep.
men and women like her. So I don't feel like Iman is the biggest enemy here because I do feel like as a married woman, even without being married myself, sometimes, I'm just like, okay, let me put a little something on. You know what I'm saying? Like you cover up more. Just but go
But
ahead.
even before he got with her, he knew that's what he was getting. That girl been fine.
Yeah,
Been.
yeah,
She been had the talent.
yeah,
She been had the
yeah,
fans. She been had. We
yeah,
knew about Tiana Taylor before he even got to
yeah,
started playing
yes,
basketball.
yes.
My Super Sweet 16. Let's bring it all the way back.
Yeah.
We
Wow.
been knew about her. That girl been
Wow.
fine. So he married into that. So when he took her on, he said, I'm secure enough. If you're not
Wow.
secure enough, don't lie to yourself. Don't step up to the plate. Back on up and let somebody
Wow.
else hit this home run. Okay?
But
Wow.
also on the flip side, he's a NBA player, and she know if he got lurking eyes and he kind of be dibbing and dabbing. You know the
I feel like
man
we ain't
that
have no scandals with him though. I feel like I ain't heard no scandals or not, like have y'all?
they kept it in house. They
I
ain't
kind of
spreading their
drink my
business.
water and mind my business. I just try to worry about the one I sleep with. I don't care about nobody else, man.
I'm just saying she know he's an NBA player. She knows he travel. She probably knows that he got chicks around from when they were dating. So it's like women know the kind of guy they got, you know what I mean? And
Let me see what they said. Did they say insecurity? No, they didn't say
I don't think that
infidelity.
now.
They said jealousy and insecurity, but they didn't say infidelity. So Stacey said if they negotiated the deal, I would assume it's fair. Okay, so we only got a couple minutes left, but I want to kick it over to this other case that happened too. Okay, because this is so crazy. We're talking about Iman and um we're talking about Teyana and Iman, but
Morning, women of God. In this season,
oh
the Lord
no,
said,
hold
beware of
on.
who's adjusting your.
That's the wrong video. Wait a minute. Guys, that's the wrong video. Let me see if I have.
Any man.
Oh, that ain't I didn't even oh no, that's the dag. I thought I had did this. Oh, maybe that's it. Hold on. Oh no.
I'm
Okay.
gonna be
All right. Well, let me just
celibate.
say this right here, right here, right here. Let's just put it right here. When we talking about this, we talking about look at the other side of the spectrum. Okay. Mary J. Blige, Kendu divorce. Kendu Isaacs, after 13 years of marriage, is requesting $130,000 a month in spousal support. Here's what he claimed he needed it for. He said he needed $1,000 for clothing, $5,000 for his parents, 21,000 for charity. Brother, how you gonna ask for money to give it away? 71,000 for mortgages. Mortgages. Just take that one apartment that you was in before you even met me. Then he said $2,000 for a private chef. Oh no, 8,000 for a private chef. 7,000 in rent. I thought you had the mortgages. What did you talk about? You got a side chick over here too? Then he talk
Man,
about I think it's 5,000 for child support. They ain't got no kids together. Then he need
wow.
3,200 for a personal trainer, even though you still look like you the same weight.
Ah,
So should he pay or should he get a job? Because see, we was with Teyana. You see what I'm saying? That's a double standard here. We with
it
Teyana, but if
is.
Kendu is asking for it, we like somebody better stab him and stab him fast.
That's not fair. Pay
Should
that
he
man that
pay or
money.
should he get a job?
Wait, where Mary gonna get it from? Wasn't that lady homeless?
Mary J. Blige?
Yeah, she was living with Diddy at one time. They said that lady was homeless. Where you
I
expect
know,
Mary
but
to get
now
that money from?
she got a child. She was living with Diddy probably when she was doing cocaine in the Bronx and she was a teenager. But Mary J. Blige, I done went to see her and honey, that MCI center, I think it was like a 5,000, 10,000 seat that was sold out. So
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. And he was the tour manager at the time. But brother, that's why you stay married because that was your job as well. See, to me, when a man leave you, okay, we married for 10 years, and then when he leave you alone, and then he say, I need you to take care of me. To me, he never liked you. You see what I'm saying? Like that to me, when you want my money, we don't have no kids. We don't have nothing, tying us together like a family. And you talking about you want my money after 10 years. To me, that's the only reason why you married me. What say y'all?
That's a double standard. I think everything you said about him, you could say about a woman. It's just it's a human thing. If you're the breadwinner and we was married, you help me live this certain lifestyle. You think I'm about to go back to the back house because we got a divorce? Oh no,
Yeah,
no, no.
that's
I need my
exactly where you
trainer.
about to go back
I need
to. That's exactly where you about to go back to. Like, in
I don't
fact,
know if that's
that
I don't
Did
know
you
if that's
house
say
was
he
fair.
was
real
the tour
fancy.
manager? That means
Huh?
he had a job. Go out and find you another
No,
job,
I don't
sir.
Like, how
no.
about pitching yourself to other people's tours? Why is your job
Thank
dependent on
you.
me and
Like
then
she
I
was the
got to
only
take care of
person.
you?
Like
Okay?
she the
The
only person that got a tour going on. Get you a
no.
job, sir. The sad
The
part
And
is
she probably
men
gave
don't
him a
want to do their
job.
jobs. That's the problem today.
the
Men
law
don't want to do their
says
job. The
the
Bible said, if you
the
want to bring
law
back the
says
Bible, let's be for real. Men don't want to do their jobs, and they're raising sons that don't want to do their jobs either.
the
Okay?
Bible says, but the law says if you live a certain lifestyle and that person is the breadwinner, you got to maintain that
But
lifestyle.
how is you
The
even
law
gonna
also
take it
says
to
don't
me?
cheat and steal, and everybody still do it.
What if Mary J cheated? No, wait, no. What if Mary J. Blige was the one that was cheating? What if she
Uh,
cheated on him with a woman
Mary
and
ain't
he
got
found
time to
out?
cheat. No, Mary ain't
Mary
got time to
said
cheat.
her and Kendu now they did not have children through their relationship, but he did. That's what Mary said.
Wow, that's
How you like
crazy.
them apples? That what Mary
That
said.
was crazy.
That
No,
what
now if
Mary
you got
said.
another child, no, the law
Yeah,
need
she
to be
said
like,
he want her to take her age.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
Nah,
She
yes.
didn't have
that's now that's crazy.
See,
Yeah,
and
that's crazy.
to me, that means you never like me, because that's what Wendy Williams' husband did. You see what I'm saying? He
Yep.
Oh
taking her
yeah.
money, going up
Yep.
the street, and now this lady going crazy. And guess what? They son is the only person she got. Like, I feel like as a punishment to this man, they need to force him to be back in the house with her to take care of her. You see what I'm saying? Like, how you just gonna leave like that? You know what I mean?
That's hilarious.
Yeah, Wendy better act like she not crazy.
Yes.
And
No,
beat him up for real.
they
Be
just
like Charles
tested
off a
her.
Diary of a
Yes.
Mad Black Woman.
They said it just tested. Okay. Guys, God bless everybody. Okay. First of all, if you just tuned in and you're looking at this on playback, guys, hit that subscribe button right now. We have this much fun each and every Tuesday talking about different topics because, of course, you know, the Dell Show 2.0 is the only show where y'all give me the news. And it is like on and popping. And tonight I have had the pleasure of having two of the most interesting, most amazing people, one being my very own cousin, okay?
Two against
Um,
one. That was
yes.
unfair. I gotta
No,
bring my
no, it was
cousin
not
now.
two against one. It was one discussing with the other, okay? And I'm just
Okay.
asking a question.
You win.
But anyway, guys, I want to just thank my guests so much for coming to the show and kicking it with me for the hour. And I just really appreciate y'all time. And I'm signing off right now, guys. Cousin, tell them what you got going on and tell them where they can find you at.
I'm on Facebook, The Dessert Experience. I make the best cheesecake you'll ever have in your life. I stand on that
Oh, I
10 toes
love
down.
cheesecake. Yeah. Strawberry cheesecake.
No,
That's my
it's an
favorite. Yeah.
experience. Trust me.
Yes.
Okay.
Lawrence, tell
Yeah.
them where they can find you at and what you got going on.
Oh man, I'm gonna just go ahead and stick with the Lawrence P theme, the photography. My company is called Content on the Go Go. You can follow me on Instagram if you need some photography services, behind the scenes, video editing, and all that other stuff. But don't tell nobody I'm also a dope MC named Spontaneous Worldwide. There's a lot of things going on. This is LA. I mean, look, I'm looking like a rapper, but I do photography. Like, help me, Lord Jesus.
No, seriously. Everybody got 1,000 jobs. But that's what I was talking about with the man. Guys, we all doing 1,000 things, but the faith man is not doing Walgreens to Metro to, you know what I'm saying, to over there down at, you know, y'all understand. Guys, hold on. Let me put soul on myself. If y'all are, do me a favor, follow me on everything. I am Dale Harrison. I'm Dale Harrison on Instagram. If you need to get in contact with me, I am DaleHarrison.com online. I'm always out and about, coming to a city near you, coming to a conference near you. Stacy, thank you so much to all of our audience that came in and participate each and every week. Hit that subscribe button right now, and I will see y'all next time on the Dell Show. Thank you so much, Brian. Thank you, Stacy, and good night to everyone.